Good enough for me.
Right there.
Good?
Yep. Oh, yeah.
Alright, so if you guys couldn't tell, this is the surprise that me and Winston were picking up. This is going to be Winston's 1JZ that's going in as 350. We're going to do a compression test right here because sadly the importer, they were closing right when we got there, so Winston paid for it. The guy said it's got a 30-day money-back guarantee, so if it does have some problems with it or doesn't check out, we can return it, but we're doing it right here, right now, just in case. If you want to go hit it, just hold it on there real quick. Good. Woo! 180, son.
Alright. That's what I'm talking about. Alright. Yeah.
120. Alright guys, we're at the good old Harbor Freight. We're going to be getting an engine stand for the JZ to get this guy unloaded in the garage and double check it.
Yep.
What are you doing, bro?
I was looking at winches.
So yeah, we're going to grab somebody and grab one of these guys. Oh yeah. No.
Oh, I forgot what Right.
There you go, bro. So the first order of business is going to be getting the automatic transmission off this guy, and then basically getting this engine ready to go up on our new engine stand here. Got this engine stand from Harbor Freight. It's the 1,000 pounds, the big one. We're gonna use that guy to hold up the JZ. That way we can use mine still to hold up the CA. Once we get it up on the stand, we're probably going to open it up and check it out. Check out the top end, pull the coil pack cover off, then the cam covers off, and then the oil pan. Just give everything a good inspection, make sure everything's fine and dandy. Winston's working on getting the little, looks like the dipstick holder on, and then some of the harness, popping all that stuff off, and yeah, I'll check back with you guys here when we get it either ready to go up on the stand or when it's already on the stand. Got the brand new 1,000 pound engine stand all thrown together. Sadly, these automatic transmission bolts to the bell housing, they won't reach through the backside of this guy, so we're gonna run up to Home Depot. They close at 10. Try to see if we can find something that's long enough, that way we can thread this thing up, hang it up on the stand, and get to tearing into it. We are all back from Home Depot. Sadly, they did not have the hardware we needed, so what we ended up doing was just cutting these down just a little bit. That way the factory grade 8 trans bolts will fit in there. So now we've got the engine up on the stand here. Brand new engine stand. Bought a little bit bigger one, 1,000 pound, to be able to hold this guy. I know it only weighs like 400 or 500 pounds, but still wanted to be safe rather than using this little guy that I've been using for my 4 cylinders. Plus it rolls around a lot easier with the 2 front wheels rather than the 1. Other than that, guys, we've got to run up to Walmart and our storage unit to one, drop off the VQ that's in the back of the van right now. We have to get baggies and stuff and expo markers to write our list. And we have to clean up all this table and all this nonsense and kind of reorganize it and get ready for the JZ to actually not come apart, but you know, take off oil pan. We'll probably have to take off this intake, or at least this front part of the manifold or on the main plenum here, so that way we can pull out the harness because we're removing all the factory harness. We're not using that. We've already removed the factory ECM over here, or ECU, whatever you guys want to call it. Got this guy laying here. Already got the rear main off and preps to pull the oil pan off to inspect the bottom end. But other than that, guys, she's up here and we've got a 1JZ in the doghouse garage. Shout out to Winston. He talked about the build for quite a while. He kept mentioning how he wanted to do it, and I told him, hey, dude, when you get the cash together and we're actually driving down there and we put the, the JZ in the back of the truck and then load it up and put it in the garage, that's when we know it's starting and it's kind of, we're hitting the road. So I figured why not, throw this stuff on the channel. Winston's always with me and we're always doing shenanigans together with the cars. Might as well bring this onto the channel and show you guys. Plus it's exciting to rip into a JZ, get some experience, and learn about these guys. They're kind of like the I don't know, gas equivalent to the Cummins straight 6 with the big fat turbo on the side. But yeah, guys, we're gonna run up to the store and knock all this stuff out, so we'll probably check in with you shortly when we start tearing into it, just kind of pulling off the basic parts, coil cover, cams, oil pan, blah 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 blah. See you guys shortly. Alright guys, we are back in the garage. We've started ripping into the engine a little bit here. As you guys can see, we are removing the factory harness off the engine. There's a few places that it's getting snagged up on, but Winston's pulling it through the intake manifold now as I just slowly pull it and just getting this guy out of there. And there's the factory JZ harness. Alright, now we're going to probably take off this heat shield here, try to inspect this turbo outside, and maybe pop off this J-pipe here, see how that shaft play is on that turbo, pull the cam covers off, inspect those guys, see how they look. And then everything looks golden. Winston's probably going to paint his valve covers along with his stuff over here. So we'll probably set these back on there for the time being or something. And what else? You are debating on deleting this guy, right?
Yeah, debating on deleting this and just doing
just a full pipe.
Full pipe.
All right. The timing belt, it looks actually pretty good condition, and right here on the front cover you guys can see it's got the 100K for the kilometers, and then it was signed off at 110 right there, so it's 68,000 American miles. So we're going to be on the fence about doing a timing belt. We're definitely going to do the water pump, that'll be easy, but I guess while we have it up here we'll probably do that depending on how the funds look. And we'll also do the rear main seal, those sitting over there. We got that pulled off. I probably said that earlier in the video. But we're gonna keep ripping into this guy, and I don't need to keep explaining things to you guys because you guys get the basic understanding of this. Once we get all this stuff off, I'll probably check in with you and we'll run through a game plan. We got an expo marker, back of those guys. We're gonna break out the good old board here, write down what we need to do, and yep, just do some cleaning. Cam cover is off the JZ. We are now inspecting the cams and they look fantastic, guys. Check these out. I wiped these guys down. They have very, very little wear. As you can see there's no major scarring. You can see that the engine's kind of been sitting for, a little while. I don't know how long it's been sitting, but you can kind of tell where you saw the cam sitting and, or like the mark where the cam was sitting on the valve itself, or the lifter, excuse me. Can't really see them down there, but I'm guessing that they're good because these cam lobes look great. So with that being said, guys, we're going to probably throw the cam covers back on and then use some of our engine degreaser we picked up. I don't know if I said that in the beginning of the video, but that's what we had to go up to Walmart for, and also these plastic baggies and JZ bullshit, so I could write that with an expo marker. But we're gonna probably bolt those on there and then spray the degreaser along here and try to clean up some of this oil because it's filthy all along in here. Engine so far so good. I'm pretty excited. Got everything cleaned off over here, all the JZ parts. Put the CA parts over here. They're gonna be hanging out waiting. Just gonna keep on trucking along. Probably pull this belt off and pull the front timing cover off and inspect all that good nonsense up here. The belt looks great, but I would like to turn it over, just kind of have a double look. Other than that, guys, so far so good.
Everything's so good, and I'm excited. I mean, it's been a long time coming, to be 100% honest, and now it's all real. It's in the garage. We talked about it. We talked about it. We talked about it.
We didn't really mention about it on the page, though.
No, I mean, yeah, back, like, behind the scenes.
I'm sure. Yeah, I don't know. I don't.
Talked about this.
Me and him have talked about it, and I'm the type of person that doesn't really like talk about or go mentioning stuff on the YouTube channel unless we're actually doing it. That's why it's hard to say about like my truck build and stuff, because I don't want to be just leading everybody on or just coming up with nonsense. But we talked about it for a while, and I'm glad that it's finally happening, and we're getting some time, you know, working with a JZ, and you know, it's really cool. It's cool to have the opportunity, and I'm excited for Winston to get this cool thing here, this monster, into a 350Z.
Make it even a batter monster.
A batter monster. A batter.
Batter, a worse monster, whatever you want to call it. Just see me.
It's late. It's also, grab my phone real quick. It's also almost 2 in the morning, so we've been going all day. Alright guys, we'll check in with you here in a couple minutes when we get this thing kind of cleaned up and figure out where we're going from there. Why are we doing this to ourselves? Why are we still awake right now taking this thing apart? Because we're obsessed with it. This engine looks beautiful. This oil is nice. Crisp brown color, it's not dark, doesn't look burnt up in here. I mean, this is fantastic, sir.
Glorious.
So,
this is just
now the honest
glorious.
question is, do you want to pop one off, or do you want to just let it be?
Just let it be.
Let it be.
It looks good. I don't see any silver or metal flakes in it.
Oil came out good. We drained the oil earlier. It was in one of these buckets around here somewhere. Yeah, we drained that earlier when the engine was sitting over there before we put that rack up. Yep.
But everything.
So what we went ahead and did is clean the whole top side with some degreaser, taped off the injectors, let it soak for a second, and then flipped it over and sprayed a little brake cleaner and stuff, and got all the residue and buildup and stuff off the top of the head itself, around the cam covers, and then same thing around the bottom end of the block. And then we're going to do up here on the oil pan, same thing. Once we get everything buttoned up back together, we will figure out how to soak this guy down, get it cleaned up, and prep for I don't know what, paint, I guess, maybe? Painting some stuff.
Painting, some cleaning up, just some stuff.
Nothing crazy. Got a bunch of Toyota. Alright guys, we're probably going to put the pan back on it and cover up the engine itself and probably call it a night here.
It's getting late. It's almost 4 o'clock. We've been at this since what time do we leave? Like,
I don't know, bro.
Almost
I
1?
don't know.
1:30 this afternoon.
She's beautiful though, guys. I'm very excited to get this thing inside of this 350Z. 350JZ.
250JZ.
250JZ.
250JZ. Hashtag 250JZ.
Alright guys, we'll see you in the morning. What's going on guys? So I'm just following up with you from the last clip. I was gonna kind of just update you guys on what we were doing with the JZ here, but we didn't really do anything crazy to it today. Winston did a little bit of cleaning from like kind of where we picked off last night, and then we did some painting and stuff. Winston cleaned up and then sanded down and then painted the valve covers here, so they're all Galaxy painted. They're pretty freaking sweet. He's about to lay coat of clear on it and finish them off, but there's another Planet. It's over there. I'll show you guys a little later on. But he's got that guy painted, and then he also painted the front cover. It's laying out over there. He's going to get that all Galaxy and prettied up. Then we'll probably pull the alternator and stuff off the engine this week, and then do just a degreaser along here and in the middle. Pressure wash it real quick, just kind of get all this gunk and stuff off of it, get ready to just clean it up, and then we'll start throwing everything back together once he orders the water pump. And yeah, that's about that. As far as the JZ build goes, do you have anything you want to update them with, or do you want to say anything, or just?
No, as you said, we're just waiting for
Just gonna be
water
waiting on-
pump and
yeah.
gaskets and stuff like that. But
All the parts and stuff. We got the list if you guys didn't see it over here. I'm not sure if I updated you, but this is the whole list of everything we need. I know it looks like a lot, it's kind of overwhelming, but a lot of it is just big money parts like the Collins kit, and then the engine harness. The rest of it is little odds and ends that we're gonna be able to pick up here locally and get that with some spare change. And then with the CA, I'm actually up in the air. That's gonna be a whole different video for you guys to watch because obviously that's CA related, not with the JZ build. So with that being said, guys, we're just gonna close up this video. We're super excited. Thank you so much for watching. Even though it's not my JZ and you know, it's gonna be going into Winston's car here, we're gonna be doing it obviously in my garage on my channel here. And Winston's also gonna be doing a channel. So if you guys are checking out this video and you wanna check out Winston's side of the build and his version of this video, do you have
Live Sideways on YouTube or just search Winston Pittman?
Yeah. He's, you know, obviously gonna have a new channel, so I'll probably just throw the link in for his channel below. You guys can just click that and then go check out his channel because it's gonna be up and coming. So other than that, guys, I'm super stoked getting this thing in here. Having JZ on the channel, that's just something that I never really thought would happen. As of right now, I'm really obsessed with the CA and obviously the Cummins stuff. But a JZ on the channel is gonna be awesome, and having a close friend here doing 350 drift build, the whole 9 yards, just gonna be awesome to have that on the channel, bringing the content to you guys from Winston here, and then obviously with just the support and the help of the doghouse and getting this thing done. But I'm gonna quit running my mouth because it's kind of a long outro. Thank you guys so much for watching. I do appreciate it. If you are new to the channel, hit that subscribe button below, go through, check out all our playlists. We do all kinds of cool stuff. Done Cummins builds, Jeeps builds, a couple 240s. As you guys can see, we got a BMW and stuff that Mike's doing on the page. We don't do anything crazy, but it's just cool, you know, good content. So check it out. Thank you so much, guys. I'll see you later. Say goodbye.
See you guys.